Hello and welcome to another episode of the Gold Line Conversation TV. This is not a podcast, but this is our weekend match reactions. And my name is Michael, and I'm here with our very friendly face, Toju from the actual podcast. Toju, how's it going? How's the weekend? How's the Labor Day weekend?
Hey, I mean, we landed our big fish, so everything is good over here, man.
Man, this might not go to let us rest. Anyway, let's get into let's get right into it. This one just came out. It just brought out the gun. It's like we landed our big fish. What do you want me to say? I had the best weekend. All right, let's get into our weekend match reaction. Obviously, still staying on the matter of Liverpool. The first game I want us to talk about is Arsenal, Liverpool versus Arsenal because you played in Anfield. What did you feel about the game? How were you feeling? Like, take me through your reactions because I think first half, you one team felt a little bit better. Second half, that was definitely the different maker. But I wanted to get your thoughts as a obviously Liverpool fan. What was your take on it?
I think that game was probably a horrible watch for any neutral. It was not. It was, how would I put it? It was thrilling, but it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good way to. I like
Yeah,
that. I like that.
it was
Truly or not.
like we knew what was at stake, but the way we got there was not fun at all. Uh, and I'm just happy there weren't any excuses that Arsenal fans could come up with.
Sorry to sorry to bust that bubble. They had excuses. So they said they were not with their full team. Saka was injured. Saliba went off injured. So they never play Liverpool with their full team. So if they had Saka, if Saliba was there, maybe Soboslai would not have bent the free kick the way he bent it. I'm going based off of like I watch AFTV and Don Robbie, obviously one of the very deluded Arsenal fans. And I was like, in my mind, literally, what you were saying is like, I'm like, this is like probably the most balanced, at the most balanced. Obviously, injuries happen, but like Arsenal spent they're the biggest spenders of this transfer. They're
We
literally
just
the
pipped
biggest
them. We
spenders.
just pipped them as biggest spender.
Oh, you picked them with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Isak one, but they're literally top two. You have landed in every places that you want to land in, like you want to buy, and I still heard excuses. So that's sorry to cut you off. That's where I wanted to I still heard people giving excuses. So go ahead.
I'm happy you brought us to that point because it seems like Arsenal fans, they want the respect of title favorites without the responsibility of it.
Thank you.
It's this extreme inferiority complex, but they are trying to make it seem as if they've been there, done that. Like literally, you haven't. So you can't treat anything casually. But if you just sit down and eat your breakfast, nobody's going to come for you. But you want to be at the big boys table having all these discussions. Even Man U fans aren't as defensive. They realize they're messing up and they just take their lump and keep it pushing. But Arsenal, there's like, no, you can't say you had the best transfer window. We agree with you, and then say no, it's not. No, we don't want the responsibility that comes with that. Every time they're showing their starting 11, they say even our bench is better. Prove it. This was your chance to prove it.
That bench had Eze and Odegaard.
See?
Eze, I want people to understand it. Eze and Odegaard. I know Eze just came in, but Odegaard was there. But this man went with a how many defensive midfielders did this go? When I saw the starting lineup, I'm like, I'm not scared. I don't think anything's gonna happen here. Because the front line wasn't even scaring me enough. Because once you drop Martinelli's name there, I know that shout out to Arsenal friend Deji. He cannot stand Martinelli. And I saw that brother play. He plays with his head down. He doesn't look up. He just runs. There was one time they showed a clip where he was running in the same channel as Gyökeres, and Gyökeres was like, what's this guy doing? Does he want me to play out wide? So Jokeres started making a peel off the right side, the left side to say, okay, let me make a run. He runs into Jokeres channel, and Jokeres is like, okay, at this point, I don't know what you want me to do. So he literally came behind him, and I was like, what kind of mess is this? Ends up kicking it out for a corner.
Yeah, I, I don't know if I'm calling it delusion or they're just on a separate plane of existence. Where I saw someone who created this comp of, oh, Madueke was the man of the match, whatever. Oh, like, oh, he was giving Kirkes the business. I'm like, in this comp you created, every cross, every shot, Kirkes blocked them.
I saw
So
that comp, but nothing. There was
I'm like,
nothing.
so I'm like,
The best one was the one that he kicked out to corner, where it went over, literally went over both Allison, and the defender just blocked it right in
yeah,
front of him. Curtis, I think, was one that
yeah, it
actually
was
got it.
Kirkes that blocked it. So I'm like, am I missing something?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that story. I heard that Madueke was probably the best man for Arsenal, and it was cooking Kirkes. I'm like, cooking?
I'm like, is it that me? I didn't watch the same match as everyone else. I'm like, okay, let's say I didn't watch the match. I watched the comp.
Mhm.
What? I was thinking,
What is
uh,
there? What cooking did you see?
it's just I'm tired. I'm honestly I'm tired. Because it feels
uh,
like we're talking about Arsenal so much, and at this point, like, not to be disrespectful, but they're not a serious outfit. Like the sum of their parts, great. Like no, the individual parts, great. The way their manager is using them and putting them together, it leaves a lot to be desired. And as a rival, that is perfect for me. Like they don't play with any urgency. They don't play with any bravery.
yeah.
They like everything was just playing for a corner. Everything was playing for a
They're
corner.
too robotic.
Uh,
Everything is a system. You have to do this. This corner thing, like, I understand it's one thing for your team to be good at corners and take advantage of them, but it's another thing for you to now play for a
mm,
corner. You
mm.
playing for a corner. When you called them Stoke FC last time, they were shouting and they were saying, "You are literally doing that. You're playing for corners. You're playing for long throwings, and you are throwing long throwings in." Like, Arsene Wenger is weeping wherever he is. This is not the football I took so much insult for. But let me get your perspective from a Liverpool perspective. Your team, how did you feel your performance? Because I felt like one of the things I do, people don't understand. And when Chelsea was going through this, nobody wanted to hear us crying and explaining. When you have so many new people into a team, it takes time. It takes time to figure out. Like, I'm still seeing like there was some parts, there was some bits where like Vert is not still on the same page with like Salah, or Salah is not on the same page, and like there's still those things are not clicking yet. And that's probably one of the scariest things for any Premier League team is that I've watched you play like 3 games, and you have not been great at all. You are like literally like, I'm like, how do they come out with 3 points, but yet you're still the quality, individual quality, the team performance is getting you through to get those 3 points. So from your perspective, how did you feel like some of your game changers, like how did you feel like they performed in that match? Because I wanted to get your take.
So obviously, man of the match was Soboslai,
Oh,
but a close second was Van Dijk. And I know that our last conversation, I was like, he's feeling a bit shaky to me, like being a little. He was like, a brick wall feels like it doesn't feel like it's saying how much he performed. It was
mhm.
like trying to dribble past like a battleship. It's like you can't beat him for pace, you can't beat him in the air. And then he was like I think even the final free kick that Arsenal had, he came like
Yeah.
across the formation, sought out the ball and headed it. Like that's what ended the game.
Wow.
So it's like for him, it's like it was it was like vintage Van Dyke. It was almost like he heard what we were saying, whether it was rivals, whether it was fans, and it was just like, okay, let me shut you people up. And it was and also because they didn't sub off Kirkes for Robertson, so that balance
Yeah.
was always there. That
Yeah.
balance was always there. Didn't have to like change his style of play or whatever.
Hmm.
Salah is getting a bit concerning.
Yeah. It's like the third game
Yeah,
that I've
because
not
but
really
then
seen
again,
him
I
like
see
stand out.
him playing for the assist a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and Kirkes, I want to say because we haven't had like someone playing in that 8-10 role as advanced as Kirk as Wirtz is playing. Sorry,
But,
there are a lot of balls that Wirtz would get on that inside left channel, and the
hmm
entire expectation that he's going to pull back to whoever's at the top of the box. We had several
hmm
opportunities like that. He didn't do that. Instead, he's like even
hmm
going even more direct. So I
More
think
direct.
the positioning that comes off of that phase of play is what's going to be important. Everybody, like
Mm.
normally, you get to that point, you pull back because
Yeah.
there's going to be a man free at the top of the box.
Yeah.
He hasn't used that. He's like, I'm dribbling somebody, or I'm getting the cross in, or I'm taking a shot. So I think like the way Liverpool has played thus far and what he's trying to
hmm
do, one has to adjust to the other. We just don't know which way it's going to be. So, but this was Vert's best game by far, especially the second half. Uh, yeah, second half. The first half, Arsenal, I would say Arsenal was actually like just no banter, nothing. The better team, the better intensity, more attacking opportunities. Even though Liverpool literally had more possession, like it might not have shown in the match, but like when you look at the numbers, that's what happened. Second half, totally different. Uh, it shows also like our depth in the midfield. I like at one point we didn't have Gravenberg in the opening match. Second game we didn't have McAllister, so we had both of them available. Soboslai at
That is
right
true.
back. It's like so we had runners, we had tacticians, we had people who were willing to do the dirty work. Uh, Ekiti, he did well. Obviously, he didn't score like
Mm.
it would have been nice to have three matches in a row, but
hmm
he's showing you that he's showing you his flair. There was one like he
Yeah.
tried to do one prior turn like that. I'm like, bro, it's okay. They're going to wound you. You don't you're not going to get that.
I did too much.
Yeah, you're not going to pull that off here. Like, but I like the dynamism. I like what he's trying to do. He obviously has a better feel for the game than Darwin. But that's not
hmm
really saying much. And then of course the big dog that's coming in, like I I don't even at this point it's like where does everybody play? Like that's the kind of
mm.
problem we have now. Where
Yeah.
does everybody play? Does that mean Gakpo is gonna get dropped? Like I'm happy I'm not the one that has to make that decision.
Yeah, that's an interesting conversation. Probably a conversation we'll have later in another episode. But definitely like I said, I agree with you. First half I feel like Arsenal got a better say in the game. Second half I feel like you came more into the game and you were going at them because that's where Arsenal really they started to feel the pressure. And one thing that was interesting that I caught that Arnie Slot made a change to is that he realized that from the because what do you call it, Szoboszlai was playing the right back position, and he realized that wait, Martinelli is not giving you that that threat.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I'd rather leave Martinelli and Konate. Szoboszlai, you double up on the pressure, and then Gravenberch could just see if Konate needs support, but they trusted Konate to go one on one with Martinelli, and I was like, so you told your right back to just forget about defending? That one's not doing. That boy is a joker. He's not going. Go Martinelli is not going to do anything. He's not scared anybody because it's from a manager perspective. For you to say that a winger is no threat, that you're going to leave him one on one with your center back. That means like and I think that's one of the pivotal changes. It's a big call from Arne Slot, but also it shows how lackluster Martinelli is and how nobody sees him as a threat. Defenders don't even shake anymore. They're like, well, just let him go. Because I think it was even an Arsenal fan that sent that to me, Deji. He was like, because that's how much he had with Martinelli. He was even he sent me a clip of like Lily Gravenberch saying what they did in the second half that changed the momentum and how they were able to go into the game because they're like, wait, if this one's not good, just stop defending nothing there. Go and help the attack
Happy.
out. And that proves, and my God, that goal, I saw it too. I saw it live. I saw it live, and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, maybe Raya is the one that caused this thing. And I kept going back, and I was like, I was trying to find something. Maybe it caught somebody off guard. Obviously, the clips that have come out after that shows Raya's positioning, and he wasn't set. But I was like, where that ball went to? No, sorry. Even any goalkeeper, whether you are positioned right or not, you are still going to struggle. It showed how like that goal was, and it's just amazing. Like I was also hearing him talk, and it was like, oh, that he finally came off, and he's been here. Normally Trent would be the one that would take free kicks like that. So the funny thing about it is that that's not probably he said that's not even his best, because he's been doing this in RB Leipzig. He's been doing this in the Hungarian team. So this guy, this guy is making a push. He wants to even outshine the people that are new signings. The people are like, because Soboslai is proven to be like that Valverde type player, showing to be very utility. Like wherever you need me, boss, just put me. And I think that's one of the biggest difference with when people feel like their position is in danger. It just shows how rather than you seeing a problem, be a solution. And that's what Soboslai is saying. It's like, look, if we look at out of that midfield three, Wirtz, McAllister, Gravenberch is a no-brainer. It's always going to be there. McAllister, that boy, too much. There's so much classy. There's so much tempo he has. He provides both offensive and defensive support as a 8. And then you now put Wirtz. There's nowhere. If in any other world, this guy would have been shouting, I want a transfer out. Put in a transfer request. I don't think I'm going to play. But he said, competition, no problem. Coach, find place for me. I'm going to be too good for you not to drop me. That's what this guy said, and his attitude. So it's definitely been impressing me, because with your lack of right back, or with Frimpong and Bradley coming back from injury, but Frimpong being out, this guy has proved to be a revelation, because apparently this is the first time he's actually playing that is playing this right back position. He's doing it, and for him to cap that kind of match performance with that free kick. That goal took me back to the Barkley days, man. Those are the proper Barkley days where I'm like, what happened to those Drogba chest turn outside the box? Now people want to pass inside the box. They want corner. Like we are now in the world of set piece corner. Like what happened to just hitting the ball from outside the box? Like that's where technique comes from. That's where that X factor comes from, man. And I'm glad to see that back in the game. But honestly speaking, Arsenal, if they don't sit up, they're very quickly they're not even going to be in a title race anymore. They're quickly going to start fighting for the top 4, because and it will be sad, because they have given Ateta everything. They have given him everything and more that he needs. And more. The emphasis on the and more is everything that is asked for and more they've given to him. And if this guy can't do it at this point, man, he's never going to do. He's not going to figure it out. He's never going to figure it out. Because, and I'm still sure, even after this season, if they don't win anything, some deluded Arsenal fans will still say, we trust the process. Trust the process, please. Me? I love the process, because some people are coming in first season. Some coaches came in. I'm not going to mention some coaches. First season, 2 trophy, 1 trophy, very important trophy. We mentioning name. No, we're not mentioning name. But some people 6 years, only 1 trophy, not with his team, with 2 or 3 plates, 7 plates. It's okay. Continue. Trust the process. Let's move on very quickly to the next game. I wanted to talk about the Chelsea versus Fulham game. Obviously, this game, I will not lie, man. If somebody came out after this game and told me that there was some bribery involved,
okay.
I will not lie. I would say it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Because how that Josh King goal was not counted to the life of me to today, I've heard every excuse under the sun. And obviously, on Sunday, I think PGM came out with an apology to Fulham. But I'm like, all this apology, who apology help? the goal will have caused a big shift in the game. Chelsea, Fulham obviously will be more defensive and more playing for counter. Chelsea being at home, losing to Fulham because they lost them the last time. That will have made them come out more, expose them a little bit much more. And with the way we were playing, honestly, the first half, Enzo Fernandez, I don't know that guy, and how he went out of that game with a goal and an assist shocks me because he was awful, bro. He was awful. He was killing our counters. Like, we'll give the ball to him. He will take 2 touches and he's already doing the ball has turned into a 50-50. I'm like, you just got the ball. You had 2 touches and it's a 50-50. How? I don't get it. And he was awful, man. But I just wanted to just, it's just one of the reasons. And I also one thing about Enzo Maresca is if he relies on you, he'll give you a time to like prove yourself. And after a while, if he notices that probably after first half, unless you are really bad, you say, okay, now come on. And I think after first half, even Enzo himself knew he was so bad because I saw a clip of him because he was the captain. He took off the captain armband and he was handing it out to the coach, assistant coach, because he was like, I know I stink. And probably after the second half, as they were going to the dressing room, Enzo Maresca is like, get your head in the game. I need you. I need you up there. I need you to do something. We cannot be affording to throw people I don't know into the team. And that's one thing I noticed. He doesn't throw X factors into the team unless he has to. He always likes his first 11. And then once his first 11 don't work out, 60 minutes, he start bringing up all the other substitutes. But nobody just walks into an Enzo Maresca team if he doesn't trust you. And he trusts Enzo for a reason. And Enzo Maresca has probably been the best person that brought the best out of Enzo in regards to him contributing to goals and assists. Because those second man, those crashing into the box, those scoring, like, I'm like, this is what, at least, it's not yet worth the 100 million that we paid for him, but this is we are seeing potential that we paid for starting to yield fruit. But Enzo was horrible in that game. That goal was a goal. It was never a foul. If there's a foul, football is gone. It's finished. Let's just call it a wrap. Let's just start playing AI. Let's start playing AI matches. Do simulation. This simulation, I call it a wrap. But yeah, Joao Pedro, God bless you. Hey, Nicholas Jackson, wherever you are. Nicholas Jackson, wherever you are. Twale for you, too twale for you. Because it's because of this guy that we had to go and buy. Because of him and Delap got a yellow card, obviously. Nicholas Jackson got a red card. We had no striker. And when the club woke up, and we're like, we need somebody that can strike for us. So, Brighton, our party now, help us. What do you have there? Who's there that is good? Joao Pedro? Yeah, bring it. We'll take him. And that's how that boy came. That boy came with no hype. People were like, his goals and assists, most of his goals were penalties. Obviously, people know he's a good player, but like, the way he has just settled into this Chelsea team, I am a happy man. That's all I can say. I am a happy man.
I'm happy you brought up Nicholas Jackson. What is your take on what happened with him and his low move?
Yeah, with him, it's unfortunate, but I think what they were going to try and do to him before was unfair. Because initially, when somebody sent me an Instagram, like they a tweet, they were like, "Oh, he's refusing to come," or Chelsea canceled the loan, and I was like, "Oh yeah, of course, like come back and prove yourself." Like, we need a man. We lost us a man. We need another man. Like, you are still contracted to the club. Come back and help the team out. Prove to the club. Obviously, it's not like you were doing great and then we wanted to sell you. You were getting red cards. You couldn't even stay in the match and you were getting red cards, and then you cost us a game. You will not score goals. Obviously, we wanted better. We got 2 people that we thought was better. But I think if I think about it retrospectively, from a player's point of view, that was disrespectful what we did to him. It was disrespectful the way we let him go, because we didn't even with the whole striker situation, Joao Pedro and everything, after like the red card, he didn't even play a match again till the Club World Cup ended. And I just felt like if you're starting to do that for players that make mistakes like that, ostracizing them and just like pushing them out of the club, other players are seeing it, and eventually if you don't create a culture where, look, you made a mistake, come back, try and fix it. Obviously, if you are really, really bad, everybody knows that you are really, really bad, and we sell you. There's nobody that has any problem with it. But that whole like come back, the guy feels like he's going to Bayern, is actually going to play. Obviously, they only had one striker, and then because your own striker went down, is that my business? It's not my business. That's your business. That sounds like a you issue. I'm not coming back. I won't come back to London. No. Even if I did not go, I will spend vacation. Find me whatever. I'll stay a week in Germany. Go even watch Bayern Munich match just to piss you off more. But obviously, I'm happy that at the end of the day, they've ended up finding a way to get it. And honestly, as a chess fan, from a transfer point of view, I'm happy because for us, initially it was supposed to be an option to buy. It ended up being an obligation to buy, and we're going to rack almost about 70 million for somebody that we bought like 32 million pounds. So
and the loan fee is even higher too.
Yeah, loan fee is higher. We got the loan fee higher. So I'm not going to be mad from a business point of view, but from a player's point of view and from a footballing point of view, what we did to him was unfair because, like, literally, it's feeling like he's almost getting his dream move, and then you snatching it because a player went down. Again, not my problem, your problem. You fixed it. The market is still open. Find another striker. But I've not played with the team I've never even been on the bench at all. I've been training, but I've not been on the bench. It's one thing for me to be on the bench and like, okay, maybe, like for example, somebody that we're trying to say was Tyreek George. Tyreek George made the bench. He made the bench, but he knew that his future wasn't certain. At the end of the day, he's still back at Chelsea because the move to Fulham collapsed and everything. But yeah, I felt like that was just unfair from Chelsea perspective, and they gotta watch out what they're doing because all these things players are noticing. What you call it, managers, the managers of the players are noticing, like the agents. I mean, the agents are noticing, and if they see that this cyclical behavior is going on, they're not gonna want to come to your club because they're gonna be like, you did that guy dirty. How am I sure you're not gonna do that to me next? So it's a crazy world, boy. Yeah. I'm just glad that he got the move that he wanted because if you brought him back on and he was unhappy, it wasn't going to be good for any one of us. So,
okay.
All right. Let's move on to the next match, which is Burnley versus Man U versus Burnley. And then one second, let me just clear my. All right, back because that that voice wasn't voicing for a minute. Let's talk about Man U versus Burnley. Let me start from, obviously let's touch upon this just very slightly. Let's touch upon Amorim and his situation with Man U. I wanted to ask you, should he have still been in a job to coach that Man U versus Burnley game? Obviously I knew from a Liverpool point of view, you would tell me, of course, I want him here forever. But any other football club that just lost to a 4th division league team, Grimsby, and they lost in that manner. And I want people to understand, for anybody who didn't watch it and you're under a rock, Grimsby absolutely deserved to win that game by 3 or 4-2. If we're going by the amount of chances that they created. Because I literally, there was one goal that I feel like the Grimsby players, they started taking a piss out of Man U, and they didn't really take it seriously. Like, they were already 2-0, and there was one ball that they cut back to the striker, and that guy was like, what should I do? And I was like, bro, you had the whole goal. You could have taken a touch and just choose wherever you want to put it in. And they were just taking a piss. I was like, you're taking a piss of Man U? And they cut off one goal that is supposed to be a lawful goal. How is this man still in a job? Any serious team, look at Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen started with Ten Hag. They said, okay, brother, maybe it's Man U that was the problem. Come and show us what you have. After 2 games, let me remind people, Ten Hag did not lose. He lost probably the first game. The second game he drew. But the context matters. They were up like 3-0, 2-0 in the game that they drew. The other team had a red card, and he still ended up drawing. And they were like, brother, drawing to a team that is on a record.
So they were up three. They
Something
were
is
up
off with you.
2-0, then 3-1,
Okay, thank you.
and
And they said you are not the man for us. Sorry, we can't take it. After 2 games, they say you are not the man for us,
this is also
and they,
Leverkusen that
they
has
bounced
lost a
him
lot
off,
of players too.
and they lost. They lost players. So this man could have said, "This is not my fault. You sold all our best players. You sold Wirtz. You sold what you call it. You sold our defenders. Tar left. You sold Nkepie. You have sent Boniface to Gulag. You want to sell down. So you are selling people, and you want me to perform as you lost Frimpong. So he Tanaka got all the excuses. But yeah, they're like, sorry, you're not good enough. We have seen what we want to see. After 2 games and a preseason game, we have seen what we want to see. You're not good enough. Sorry. Kick the rocks. That is Bayern Leverkusen, who do not, they only won the Bundesliga, like the season before the last. They have higher expectations than Man U. And we are seeing Man U losing to people that I didn't even know the team existed before I saw the match. So now they're even, Man U are only 2 competitions. FA Cup, that's if they survive, because coming from the Carabao Cup, we don't know what's going to happen there. And then Premier League, that's it. 2 competitions. And it's September 2nd. How is this man still in the job? That's the question I was going to ask.
Technically, they're only in one competition, and that's FA Cup, because nobody is saying they're challenging for Premiership. Let's just keep it real. I know I do like a weekly dig at it, but that's just reality. They're not a title contender for Premiership. So it's like they're really in one competition right now, and that's FA Cup. If we're keeping it real, so yeah. So let me just quickly get into what I felt about that Man U match. I feel like they failed successfully. It's like everyone they performed poorly enough that those like me who want Ten Hag to stay.
Yeah,
I said Ten Hag. Amorim to stay will stay. He will stay, but they got the win, so they're not going to let him go. So it's like it's the best of both worlds. It's like we see that you guys are trash, but you're getting the results, so you can continue being trash when it really matters. I'm not sure why they had, even against Grimsby, Sesko, didn't he take like the 10th penalty or something like that?
Yeah, 10th penalty. Yeah, 10th penalty. A striker taking the 10th penalty.
What?
And even when he took the penalty, he was not confident. I saw him. He was like, hey, the ball went in. And he just stunned. Like, there was no confidence. He didn't yell. Like, all players, like, you're filled with passion. You're like, come on, let's go. He was like,
it was relief.
And he left.
His relief.
Had no confidence. That was it. He had no confidence at all.
I feel like, again, not a well-run team at all. I'm not sure how they still have this pull for certain players. I also feel like they pay a lot of agent fees, which is why agents are directing their players. They're like, don't worry, you can go there. They'll be back. Hoyland, when did they sign him that they've already loaned him back out? And like,
with the obligation to buy.
Yeah, disrespecting the players. Like, they don't even come train with the main whatever. He had a full summer transfer window. A full summer transfer window. You can say, okay, the players you got before weren't yours. They don't fit with your system.
Yeah.
Now is the time to get your players.
Yeah.
Again, they're still saying the players don't match your system. What does that mean now?
I don't know. Even the comment he made after the Grimsby game is like, the players, you can see that the players they didn't play. The players represented me, and I was like, the players that you bought, that's how they represent you. I don't want you to be my coach of my 21 team. Talk less of my main team.
And I know I've piled on him a bunch, but like if you're watching like his demeanor on the sidelines, it almost felt like I don't want to do like armchair diagnosis or anything, but it almost felt like he was having like a panic attack. It felt like the moment was too big for him almost, because it's like he was almost like a kid that had just been scolded and just like, okay, fine, I'm just going to withdraw. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, you're the manager. Like at some point when there was like a drinks break or whatever, the players came over and he was on the bench, so he wasn't even addressing the players. It was someone. I'm like, what is happening? Like, is
And when it was 2-2, like before, he just sat there with his leg up, and I was like, "Is this man about to get fired, or did they tell him that like after the international break, you're done out here?" Because the way he was acting was just off,
yeah.
so off.
I don't. Let me ask you this: who would you rather have managing your squad, Amorim or Arteta?
Why do I have to choose? If I am going based off of the person that can actually provide me something, I'll go with Arteta. And the reason why, at least Arteta has a plan. Whether or not I agree with the plan is a different conversation. But he has a plan. Arteta always has a plan. There's a plan A. Plan B, I'm not so sure he has plan B. But there's a plan A. I would rather go with somebody that has a plan. Amorim, there is no plan. There is no tactic. There's no like you can't see a style in what they're playing. They're just playing dodgeball, man. Like just hit it to you, hit it back to me, and let's see if I can get it up. And then you just make a darting run. I'll just police ball. That's what they're playing. Because Amorim's style is just, I pray for individual players to just stand out and bail me out. That's what his style is. I've not seen a tactic. There's nothing. I don't even see, is it passing from the back? Is it hitting in long? Is it crossing? At least Arteta has set piece. What do you have, sir? So I'll take Arteta all day. I'm answering the question. Amorim is a starless manager. He needs to go back to the Portuguese league and go back there and go and enjoy yourselves there. Go to Benfica. Then maybe try and piss the Sporting fans off. So that's my take on. Very quickly, the last one I just want to talk about it. I want to talk about Pep. 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 I like I said in our chat, I said Man City is going to struggle for top four. Forget even making top four. If I'm making a top four prediction right now, as it stands, based on the teams that I've watched, I'm putting Man City at fourth or fifth. Fourth or fifth. And I'm being honest because I see their defense, man. Their defense is in trouble. They have not played. Let me explain. They have not played Bournemouth yet. They have not played what do you call it? Obviously, they have played Tottenham. They have not played Chelsea yet. They have not played Liverpool yet. They have not played Arsenal yet. Who else they have not played? If Man U catch that their nonsense line that they are saying high line, let Fulham catch them. No, that's Fulham. Let Fulham catch them. Adama Traore. I don't even need Marco Silva to do anything. Just put Adama Traore on that right back side. That whoever is that right back, go and put him there. Adama Traore will deal with you there. You have not played Fulham. You have not played Nottingham Forest. And these are teams that I'm like, these are people that will be in the ranks of top 10 table. You have not played Crystal Palace yet. Whatever Crystal Palace did to you last season in FA Cup, this Crystal Palace that I'm seeing now, when I saw Crystal Palace when they played against Aston Villa, I thank God that it was 0-0 that we came out. Because what that guy in Crystal Palace is doing, he has drilled them so much that everybody knows what they're doing. That Mateta is a problem. But I think what their problem, where they will lack is they're losing Eze, and that their midfield is gonna be the downfall of them. But Pep is in trouble. And deadline day, I was expecting like 6 signings, like just be bringing them in. I don't even care. Just Madrid, Atletico, go and beg Alvarez, come back, do something. And you only brought in Donnarumma. Donnarumma that Palmer was just giving him, they was just say, let me hold that ball there in that place, hold this there. Donnarumma is not even the style of player that Pep wants. So I don't even know. Everything just still seems off with Pep and the Man City scouting team. Like the caliber of players that they are bringing in, they don't seem like a Pep player. You just bought in Trafford. Trafford came in. And now he's going to be benched by Donnarumma. Where's the foresight there? If you know there's Donnarumma that you wanted, why did you go get Trafford? Is it just to piss off Newcastle? I don't even understand. And their defensive line, their right back, Rico Lewis, Nunes, what's his name? I've forgotten his first name, but Nunes from Wolves,
Is it
a center mid that has not on right back.
Matthaus?
Matheus Nunes. And their left back, that I know it. That one cannot defend though. Is it the one that they put on green pasture? They laid him out on green pasture. They say, and this Brighton team are good. But and Tottenham already showed us the formula to playing Man City. Bully their midfield and beat their high line, and they're in trouble. Brighton did the same thing. Brighton did not do anything different. Bully their midfield, beat their high line, and you can play through them. And this was even with Rodri. Rodri, the mighty savior. Rodri was there. But yeah, Pep is in trouble. Pep is in trouble, whether he likes it or not.
I maybe I just have PTSD from all the years of chasing Pep. Because
I was thinking that maybe it's a glitch, but what I'm seeing with this caliber of player, there's no glitch.
Okay, let me just present it to you this way. I'm not trying to banter anybody. I'm not trying to slander anybody. Let me just put that up front. I'm not trying to insult anyone's team. I'll just put it this way. Last year was a horrible, terrible season for Pep and Man City. And they finished only 3 points behind Arsenal.
I know. And even though I think one of the Man City players also said that too. I was like, that's why I said Arsenal, if they're not careful, they are going to be falling in the scrap of fighting for top 4. And let Chelsea not. Let me hold that for another segment.
Okay.
If we have time, we'll talk about. But yeah, Man City are in trouble. All right. With that being said, any other? I think you know what. Let's quickly touch upon this. I know I was trying to get in the. So for those who are unaware, we're going to be doing another video on our top 6 predictions, our updated top 6 predictions, given the transfer that has gone on. Obviously the deadline there has passed, so we want to update our top 6 because the top 6 that I said before is not top 6 anymore. I need to review that because one club that I said before is not going to be in that top 6 anymore. And then we'll go through our Golden Boot winners, the managers of the season and whatnot. But that's going to be another episode, so stay tuned for that. The last thing I just want to touch upon is why we're here is I'm just want to talk about the Tottenham. Since that is obviously they signed Simmons, but Botman is another team that I'm like, I thought Botman was going to be just be stripped out. I was expecting a very poor. I was thinking like kind of West Ham-ish performance from them because they've taken all their players, not even most, all their players are gone. But this team, the way they gave it to Tottenham, I was like, if somebody go and grab this coach, this Areola, if they go and is it Areola?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Areola. Abi?
Yeah. I think maybe it's his name.
Yeah, Iraola.
Thank you. Iraola. So I was like, that's West Ham goalkeeper, that former Iraola. This Iraola, if a team, the team that were at Arsenal, I'm not even sure. If Arsenal go and grab Iraola and they give him, don't buy anybody, just give him the squad that Arteta has built. Give him 1 year. Give Iraola 1 year because that Iraola has been feeding. They have given him scraps of scrap, and he said, "Don't worry." This season, I was expecting to. When I think in the summer series they were talking to him, and I was like, if I was the coach of that team, I would be complaining. I wouldn't even hide it. You took all our best players. They have not bought anybody. All we are buying is mid players. We bought some players, but nobody. You took their winger. You took their left back. You took their center back. Both center backs. You took their midfielder, their attacking midfielder. That took everybody. But this man is still finding ways to win. The way they dealt with Tottenham, and I watched the highlight, the way they dealt with Tottenham, and this man has to be studied, though. This man has to be studied.
So are we going to do any like review on like transfer day or just how it affects our
We'll probably do that in another
okay,
episode. So another
okay,
day.
cool, cool.
We'll do that another day. So that's why I just
Yeah.
wanted to we'll talk about
So
finish it out with this.
so I was gonna say there was another manager that would have the esteem that you just gave Irola now. There's a manager that I would have said like he will be the hottest commodity, but the move he just pulled on deadline day might have soured a lot of players on him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously his club values him a lot because they caved into what he demanded. So, but yeah, I feel like I mean, look at what he did to us. That first match was nail biting, even though like 4-2 doesn't do them justice. But
Bro, when I saw the preview of that match, I was like, it's probably 5-1 game. But the way they came, they were like, so in Anfield, they said so. If not for the special players that you brought on, that game for ripe.
it,
For ripe.
and I was gonna say like Bournemouth, okay, they had Wolves and they caught Tottenham on the right day or whatever. But it's like, yeah, it takes doing to catch Tottenham on the right day because Tottenham too has been catching people on the right day. Yeah.
They just finished Man City for us. Give us everybody. Yeah, take your pick. Go and watch the videos and then feast on Man City.
Yeah, they definitely. I also feel like for these teams, this is like early days. It's a long. There's a reason why like the top 4 or top 6 is a thing because when it shakes out, when you filter everything out, there are certain clubs that just usually end up at the top because of squad depth and then the top end talent. Sure, they might make a push like Nottingham Forest did last year, but see what happened to them in the final month. They faded. They
crumbled,
ran out
bro.
of gas.
And that Nottingham Forest, so they are on suspect watch. They are looking like they are going back to the bottom because the way the owner is just like the owner is just doing too much, bro. Because how do you have a good coach? You have a good set of players, and then you just find ways to make everything about you. Why? Just why?
If I didn't know any better, I would have thought he was American because that's a very American owner way of doing things.
Like they want them to be in the picture. Like he stands in the field, he goes to the tunnel and be shaking players. Like, just relax. Now all of you first got club. There are 19 owners in the Premier League, and we do not see them in the dressing room. Why? Because they don't need to be there.
Losing to West Ham, that's up to that point had been on 0 points. West Ham, didn't they lose to who? They lose to Burnley.
They lose to Burnley. They lost to us 5-1.
No, sorry, no, it wasn't Burnley. It was Wolves. It was Wolves and Sunderland that they lost to.
Yeah, they lost to. Yeah. Thank God I did not put Chris Wood in my fantasy because I almost put Chris Wood in my fantasy. That will I'll have swear for him, honestly. Useless. Yeah, we play rubbish. All right, the last thing I just want to talk about to wrap it up is obviously the UEFA draw has been announced. The teams, everybody knows who they're playing. What are your reaction to your teams?
Except Man U. Man U was not in the UEFA draw. I'll just say that part.
God. All right, what are the reaction to your teams? The teams that you got, and what do you think about that?
I do. It might be slanderous or libelous to say that it's rigged, but how like again we're playing against Real Madrid in the group stage, and of course Trent is coming back for his revenge game if he'll even be a starter by then. Who knows? But we're playing Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Madrid, Atletico, PSV. It's like either teams that we've had history with, Like that's right. I think that's the team we beat 8-2 or
Mhm.
something like that. Then
Yeah.
our connection with Trent for Madrid, PSV.
Mhm.
I think didn't we get Gakpo from them? And then Inter
Yeah.
Milan. It's like I thought if you are a Ports one team, you are supposed to have.
It will not be person on this.
Yeah, it's like what is happening? And then it's like. But I remember what happened last year too. Like we were supposed to have like the toughest whatever,
Mhm.
and it's like yeah, we if not for the final game of the season of the group stage where we already had it wrapped up, would have gone through undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course
Yeah. Yeah.
we
That is
have one
true.
match against a team from Azerbaijan. It's like okay,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stamp in your passport you didn't have before. That's about it. And
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
no.
yeah.
Let me just say this part. Finishing top finishing top of the league last year
Yeah.
exposed that there's no benefit to that because we
Yeah. That is
like
true.
all you're doing is even in that top 8, it just means you're skipping one round,
Yeah.
like one fixture list or whatever. Because
And that round sometimes you need to be in the game, like just
yeah, just to
be.
be fresh, just to be like.
Mhm.
But so we finished number 1, and then all of a sudden the next round we're facing PSG. Abba, like
Like from where to where?
how? Like it's just so even that's finishing number 1 that is overrated because it's
Yeah,
like
it's
almost
really
like they can
overrated.
target
It's
you.
just unnecessary bragging rights
Yeah, it's
to
like,
say that you're on top of the table.
yeah, it's like okay, we've in the
Yeah.
inaugural one we finished first. That's it.
And then I think Arsenal got Real Madrid. Like, uh, if they were the actual good Real Madrid, Arsenal would have been complaining that
Mhm.
what kind of fixture
But
is
remember,
this?
Arsenal
This?
also beat them last season as well. So
Yeah, they did. But yeah, I think for me, I'm glad I got Barcelona.
really,
I'm I'm glad I got
huh?
Barcelona. I'm glad this is the fixture that's I think, and the reason why, and if you check all over social media, a lot of Chelsea fans, we just want Barcelona. We want them. And the reason why we want them is not far fetched. That Hansi Flick eyeline,
Mm,
you must play
mm.
it. Don't change it, oh. Hansi Flick. If you change it, my God will judge you. Don't change that eyeline, oh. Because you want to know one thing that was beautiful.
Mm,
Barcelona this weekend they played against Real. I've forgotten what their name is, Vallecano or something like that.
mhm,
They played against one team like that in La Liga, and the team that they played, Rayo Vallecano. This team exposed Barcelona's eye. You
mm,
know what they did? Striker, stay in outside position. Oh. If they burn you where, stay in outside position. Oh. Stay in the outside position. Oh yeah, you midfielder, cross it to the winger. Once they cross it to the winger on the right side, that guy runs, and this guy just waits. Once that guy passes him like this, he has a head start
oof,
ahead of the two defenders
mm,
that are still chasing him. So he's not running from I'm running because I'm running from a farther distance. I'm running from a shorter distance, and I've been resting. So listen, they kept doing that over and over again. And the person that saved them is their goalkeeper,
mm.
Garcia. If Garcia was not active in that game, he for top 5.
Damn.
So it's like they cracked the code. And Inter Milan already showed us half of that last season.
Mm,
They were like, you want to play highline? No problem. We're going to beat you in set pieces. We're going to beat you in catching you that offside trap. We're going to find a way to beat
mm,
it. And if there's one team that I know that tried highline with us, if you remember this summer,
mm.
they tried highline with us. You remember their name?
Ah,
Remember those people that tried highline
we
with
don't
us?
have to we don't
Oh,
have to
those people,
we don't have to relegate.
the eyelines of the eyelines,
Ah,
we will show as a flick
but
eyeline. You want to know
is
eyeline?
Palmer going to be back by that time?
He should be back. I think he should be back because I think this groin injury, they don't obviously they don't want to rush him back because there's no need for it. Because if we were playing like a City or like this thing, like they will be like, guy, how are you feeling? Because this groin, they said he has had it since the summer and he's been playing through it. So it's just when he felt it in the West Ham game, they were like, it's the first game of the season. Why are you rushing it? Or second game of the season, there's no point rushing it. So I think they're taking on a day by day basis. It's nothing severe.
Mm,
Because like I said, that guy went to Carnival. If you are growing, you go to Carnival. Please, Palmer is fine. Palmer just do your thing. Put Jao Pedro up top. If Estavio wants to come on second half, come and show your
I was going
team.
to say that.
Garnacho,
Who drops when Palmer comes back?
who drops? Estavio drops. Pedro Neto to the right side. I think if Garnacho shows that he's able to handle on the left side, I think Garnacho is going to start ahead of Gittins. I think Gittins still needs time to adapt to the Premier League, and that's why if you notice, Pedro Neto is going to the left side, and then they start Estavio. But once Palmer is fit, because Estavio has to show that obviously he's shown a lot from him starting, but he has to show that he can bench Pedro Neto. And I don't think it will take long for him to do that. I think him and Pedro Neto are always going to have that contention on that right side. But I think Garnacho, I think Garnacho is going to slot very easily into that left side because that's one of the reasons why Pedro Neto always keeps going to the left side. Pedro Neto doesn't like the left side position because if you play him on the left side, he's so limited on the left side, and you can see it in his game. So I think he's obviously going to play. They're going to play Garnacho because Maresca doesn't trust Gittins yet. I can see it because if there's any reason, Estavio should not be starting that right side because he already said that he doesn't want to rush Estavio. He's 18. He's getting used to the league. You don't want to put too much pressure on him. And Palmer's injury has had us put pressure on him a little bit, and he's shown that he can withstand it. But you don't want to take that for granted because you want him to be coming off, make a difference, be that X factor. And over time, once he grows into the game, adapts more into the game, he can actually be starting because you don't just want to. If you let any 18-year-old walk into the team, then anybody from academy is looking at you like, bro, what am I doing here? I'm playing Estavio level now. Put me inside. So I think that's what's going to happen. But honestly, I'm glad with the teams that we drew. Nobody really scares me. Bayern Munich don't scare me. Upamecano, they don't scare me. The person that scares me is Harry Kane. Harry Kane always finds a way to score. So that guy scares me. Olise is a good player. Very, very good player. I'm scared of him. X Factor. But they're not going to have Musiala.
Oh, really?
Brahim Diaz. Yeah, they're not going. He's injured. Musiala is injured for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
He's out for a long time.
What was it? Was that during?
Yeah, the Club World Cup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's out. So I'm not scared, honestly. I'm looking forward to the fixtures. I'm excited. We're playing Bayern first, so we'll see. We have Napoli, we have Ajax, and then we have some other teams there that don't really bother me. So I'm not really. I'm excited. If we had drew somebody like PSG again, I feel like if I drew PSG, but they will have gone back and said we are ready. They will have come back with vengeance. So I'm glad we're not facing them yet. I think because I think our team is still a little bit fragile right now. There's still people injured. People need to come back. So we'll see how things will go. Nothing scares me, honestly speaking. I'm excited. I'm back. I'm back. Champions League football is back. I'm glad we are back. And this UEFA, they always find a way to pair Chelsea and Barcelona. It's like a course. Anytime we enter, they Baka, your friend is here. Come and play them. But anyway, this will end it here on our episode this time. Again, watch out for the video that's going to be coming for our top 6 predictions and some other predictions as we go into the season. Obviously, no football this weekend. So, guys, like, subscribe, share. Watch this. If you watch it again, watch it again. Let us know what you think. Give us your takes, and we appreciate it. Always smash a like. Always follow Toju on the World Actual podcast. He has good things coming out. He has told you what's coming out on I know you already released the first episode of the movie,
Black Movie Game Night, where we draft characters, actors, movies themselves. We just released one on if you're casting your own movie. Give us lead actor, lead actress, director, your genre. And we have another one coming up. I don't want to say too much about it, but this one, we had a full house. So it's... And things got heated. Let me just put it that way.
Okay.
It should be out by Friday.
I'll make sure I have my popcorn ready for that one then. All right, guys. Thank you again. Smash a like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. I should get more content from us like this. All right. Catch you later, guys. Peace.